Hello and welcome to Sweet 16, where we look at 16 sweet minutes of gameplay. And today we are looking at Need For Speed Unbound. I'm Joe, and with me is...
Harry!
Harry, what's the last Need For Speed game you played?
Last one I played was Need For Speed Underground 2, which I believe was only 18 years ago.
Only 18. And
Yeah.
there's been, I don't know, maybe 20 games since then?
20 million.
I mean, a lot.
Yeah.
So this one I'm particularly excited to check out because it is developed by Criterion Games, who people may know as the developers of the Burnout series. They came over to EA and they did two of the best Need For Speed games, and my personal favorite, which is Need For Speed Hot Pursuit, not to be confused with the original Need For Speed Hot Pursuit. And then they also did Need For Speed Most Wanted.
Okay, there really were too many Need For Speed.
Yeah, which is not to be confused with the original Need For Speed Most Wanted.
Okay.
So this is Need For Speed Unbound. It's an open world Need For Speed game. There is a story. Quickly, I'll just say it's basically a story of revenge. Someone steals your car and you need to get it back.
How dare they?
How dare they?
Oh.
And the way you get it back is through street racing.
Of course, that's
Obviously.
the only way. Yeah. It's the only way you can do anything in this world.
Of course.
Is you have to race.
This is one thing I hate. The game has loading screens that you have to press A to continue. Like, just load the game.
Especially in an open world. Yeah.
Don't let, like, so often I'm sitting there just waiting to press A. But anyway, minor criticism. So you get basically weeks. The game is split up into weeks.
Okay.
At the end of each week, you have a qualifier.
Yep.
And then once you've done 4 of those, you get to enter the grand, which is when you get to win your car back.
Oh, so they plotted with that through time.
Through time, yeah.
Yep.
So there's like a calendar, and then each day of the week you have 2 sessions. You've got like a daytime session,
Yep.
and then a nighttime session.
Ooh, night racing.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then throughout the day and night sessions, you'll find meetups that you can go to. You have like typical open world stuff you can do, like speed traps, collectibles, all that kind of open world stuff.
Yeah.
And then in the actual meetups here, you'll see I'm approaching one. You drive in.
Oh, yeah.
And then you'll have multiple races you can choose from. And in a nice touch, you can actually bet who you think you'll beat. So you can kind of pick someone you think you'll beat easily and just get a quick bit of money, or you can try and bet against someone who's got a better car than you and potentially
get more.
Get a bit more money.
I see. So it's like high risk, high reward style, but it's also playing into maybe the culture of street racing, which I must admit I know nothing about.
I know nothing about it either.
Yeah.
No. I drive like a grandma, personally, in my 10-year-old Ford Focus. Like,
Yeah. But I mean, in Need For Speed Unbound, Joe, look at you.
I know, I'm a hoon.
Yeah. So does this have, what I loved about Underground 2 was it had sort of stuff like when you near miss a car, it'd give you some points. I love these graphics. You get to drift, you get NOS. All that's the same, right?
Yeah, so there's no points for that stuff, but as you can see, if you look at the bottom, when you're doing oncoming, you're getting a little counter there, and that's adding blue nitrous, and then when you're doing drift, you're getting yellow nitrous. So you actually have these 2 nitrous bars. Blue is kind of like it doesn't go away, and you can keep banking it, and lets you do like long extended boosts.
Yeah.
Whereas the yellow one will go away if you don't use it within a few seconds. You can see it's falling away there, and then or if you keep adding to it, it'll keep going up. But if
So
you don't,
temporary, like on the spot. Yeah.
So I mean, if you use it at the wrong time, you might just boost yourself into a wall. So you might not always want to use it. But it gives you just like a really fast one-off quick boost. So it's really useful. You come around a drift like that, and you can punch it and just get a nice bit of speed, which is really satisfying to do.
Do you know what this actually kind of reminds me of that Underground 2 doesn't at all? This kind of feels a bit like Tony Hawk with the skating, where you build up a combo of stuff and you try and like it snowballs. Like, because do you lose that temporary drift meter if you hit someone, like make a mistake?
I don't think you lose it if you make a mistake necessarily. I could be wrong.
But it just fades.
I mean, it fades super quickly, so if you do make a mistake, you're probably not going to get to use it.
But it has that momentum style where you want to be building it up, using it.
Yeah, I mean, really, it's more just like per corner kind of boost almost. So like if you really nail it, get a big drift, or like take a really clean corner, you'll get your 3 chunks and have a really big thing. You also build it from drafting. So if you're kind of behind someone, it's a good catch-up mechanic. to let you kind of just stay behind someone, and then you get your 3 bars there.
Whoa,
and you can do like a really big boost.
I'm loving these graphic overlays, like the spray painted style.
It's a cool style, isn't it?
Yeah. It's like someone's gone over the game with like a marker or something and drawn on top of it.
Yeah, and it's subtle enough not to be sort of overbearing.
No.
It's just a nice little extra bit of style.
Yeah, does it still maintain, because I know a big part of Underground 2, does Unbound still maintain that upgrade system? Because like you could trick out a lot of the parts of the car.
Oh yeah, there's a very in-depth upgrade system. Like it's pretty much on par with, not quite Forza, but you can upgrade just about everything. You can swap out engines. You can take just about any car you want into just about any tier of car.
Wow.
So if you want to just have like your little hatchback that you love and you want it to be the fastest little hatchback in the world, you can totally do that.
A tiny little thing just ripping through the street.
Absolutely, why not?
Yeah, right. So, but you can only buy parts from, of course, you got to keep winning races and getting more money.
Yes.
Can you win parts by themselves, or no, it's not really?
No, you don't really win parts, no. But you also, the way it works with the Grand and the qualifiers is you need to basically collect 4 cars, one for like, you need an A tier, an S tier, an S plus tier. So you need to have a bunch of different cars that can tackle the different events that you have.
Oh, I see. So car per category type thing. Yeah.
So you need to sort of start a small collection, and you do kind of only get a small collection with this game. It's one of the things I think people might either love or hate.
Oh.
It's not like Forza Horizon where you're getting a free car every 2 seconds.
Right.
You have a pretty limited amount of cars. For the first few hours, I only really had like 2 cars. So you've got to kind of choose your starter car carefully. This is still a starter car that I've
really
beefed up. Yeah.
This
was like my B level car that, got me through a bunch of the early races.
Yeah. But that's kind of just like real life, Joe.
That is like real life.
Like
yeah.
I have one Honda Accord from 2006, and I still drive that.
Yeah, and I think that speaks to the street racing culture a bit more. Like
people
have one car. Like most people don't typically have, a huge garage full of loads of cars.
Yeah.
And I think, we could be wrong. We don't know about street racing, but I imagine most of those people involved in that probably have they got their old Skyline or a Mitsubishi or something that they're just like, it's their car and they've poured so much money and time into it.
Yeah.
And they just love it. So I think this probably speaks a bit more to that.
Yes.
But for those who just want to drive the fastest McLarens and Lamborghinis, it's going to take a little while. But they do treat you though. So there are these open world missions. I'm about to do one now.
Yeah.
Where you have to pick up a super fast car. So this is a nice Mercedes AMG. You get Lambos. So you get to taste the faster cars a bit.
Oh, so it lets you drive it, but you don't get it.
Yeah, you just have to deliver it to some guy.
Okay.
Yeah.
But that's still, giving you a taste is pretty cool. Again, I kind of like, I don't know if this seems silly, it kind of is a bit like real life. You
just a bit.
You don't get to own the Lambo, but you get to give it a test drive.
You can maybe rent a Lambo.
You can rent it.
Yeah.
For short term, but this is cool. I must say, visually, this is really appealing to someone like me, where I feel like there's something really nice to look at every short, little bursts and stuff, little animations and everything.
It's very pretty, and I think they've done a great job of making the world really detailed.
Yeah.
It's one of those things where you can slow down, and they've got those 3D effects in the room, so you can look into skyscrapers and buildings and stuff.
Yeah.
If you drive through people's backyards, there's trampolines and stuff flying around. So there's lots of detail in the world, which you always appreciate it.
Absolutely. Is there a big part of Need for Speed? I can't remember which one where there was a lot of crashing. There was a mode where you could crash into each other. Is there much damage on the cars, as you drive? Does it show?
There is damage, and it does show. You can see, just above the speedo, there's a white line which is kind of full at the moment.
Yes.
That is the damage on the car.
Oh.
As far as I can tell, there is no performance impact of the damage. So what that really plays into is the cops' mechanic. So when the cops start chasing you, they can they can shunt you and do a chunk of damage, and once you're fully damaged, you're out. They've busted you.
Oh, they caught you.
They've caught you, yeah.
But as you're driving, it doesn't slow you down to have heaps of damage.
Not that I've noticed. I've banged into walls and completely taken myself out.
Yeah.
And it's just off you go.
But does it persist over do you then, after you damage your car in a race, do you then have to fix it, repair it?
I think I could be wrong. It's one of those things that doesn't actually play that much of a role outside of the cop thing, so it's not something I was paying too much attention to. But there are garages you can drive through to just quickly regenerate your health.
Yeah.
So as long as you're doing that and taking care and not constantly crashing, you won't wipe out that much.
Okay, that's good. Oh, I love that. Yeah, a bit of oncoming traffic. Now, did you find that you said it was an open world game?
Yeah.
Did you feel like there was enough variability in the races? I know it has nighttime, daytime, and everything, but was it exciting and new enough to keep playing?
There's a good few different types of events. So there's one you were saying like Tony Hawk. There's one that's very much like that, where you're building a combo, you're like smashing stuff as you drive, and you kind of have to keep the combo up, and there's like drift events. And there's like some more like head-to-head things. There's not a huge variety, but there's enough.
Yeah.
I will say I did find it felt like quite a few of the races were the exact same tracks I was doing.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so it felt like, oh, I just did this one yesterday.
Like literally the exact same track?
Literally the exact same track, which, you know, you've got an open world, you could mix it up a bit more.
Yeah, that's I didn't think they would do the same, like repeat it.
Like I'm pretty sure I did this exact race at least 3 times.
Oh my, that's too much. I think that's too much.
Yeah, but it didn't bother me that much. You kind of, like, I would do it in different cars, or like, this isn't a particularly exciting one because my car's just the fastest here, and this is a very like straight, off you go, just go down.
Yeah, it looks
highway.
like you're winning. Yeah, I mean on the map, yeah, you're winning by so much.
Yeah, I'm doing all right. Although I did find when I played this one other time, like I was ahead, and then they just suddenly caught up right at the end, and then a cop just sideswiped me and took me out. And you do actually only have, I think it's like 4 retries per session, or per day actually. Sorry. So you can't really just retry a race and try and get first all the time. You can 4 times.
Yeah.
But after that, you kind of just have to live with your results. Which I mean, I actually kind of love, because like when I play Forza games and stuff like that, I get a little bit obsessed with like, I need the gold star on everything. I need to come first. Whereas this is like, just make money.
Yes.
As long as you place well and you've made a profit, that's all that really matters.
I'm harping on it. This does feel a lot like real life. Like
as long as you make money, you're happy.
Look, get to the end. You know, you don't know what, you have a finite amount of chances in life.
Yeah.
So just make the decision, make the money, and get out of there.
You're not always going to come first in everything, and that's fine.
Absolutely not.
I want to come first in everything, but like, you don't have to. And I really appreciated that.
So when do you get during your open world, like sort of roaming?
Yeah.
Because you're going to different races and missions. Do you get like the GTA style? Someone will be like, "Hey, can you do this for me?" And like,
yeah, you can see actually I've got a call there from someone who's just saying like, "Come pick me up," and you have to like pick them up, avoid the cops, and you will get a safe house for it.
And what are safe houses?
So safe houses are basically just where you can like park to end a session.
Right.
So at the moment, you can see I've got $80,000, which is in the red, which isn't banked. So if the police bust me now,
you lose it all.
I lose it all. So that's why I'm driving like an idiot and driving off the road, because there was a cop coming, and I just quickly tried to.
I was wondering why you were just.
Yeah. So I was trying to avoid the cop on the map.
Okay.
And he's actually, I think an undercover one just spotted me, so I didn't see him on the map.
Oh no.
Once you get to a high enough heat, you start getting.
No, so now that you're totaled, do you lose all that money?
No, I'm good now. Like you can see, it only took off a little bit of health getting totaled.
Okay.
But I've got 5 stars now. This is where it can actually get a little bit annoying, because you have choppers on you, you've got multiple cops who just stick to you so hard. Actually losing them can become a bit of a nightmare.
How do you, tell me through the strategies, so obviously just going fast isn't going to work right now, because it seems that they're everywhere, they're smothering you. Can you go like into buildings and hide there? Oh goodness.
You can a little bit, but I found like a car park I could get into, but even then the cops still managed to sort of sneak up and like find me, and they can be very hard to get rid of. One strategy I did find was just driving in oncoming traffic. The AI tended to wipe themselves out quite frequently.
Oh my god.
So there you go.
That was perfect timing. Oh my god.
But even with that, you can see at the top there's a timer there. I got 56 seconds before reinforcements come. So I've got to get rid of all of these 3 guys chasing me.
Yeah.
And within that 50 seconds, or else even more guys will come.
And make it harder and harder.
And harder and harder.
Is 5 the highest amount of like level of heat?
Yeah, that's the highest amount of heat.
This is sick. I'm loving this part. Like you just constantly having to, bob and weave and like go into oncoming traffic. This is sick.
Yeah, it's cool. It is cool. It hurts when you lose that money. Like I had like 3 nights in a row where I lost about $20,000 early on. Like each session I lost $20,000, and that was money I really needed. So I was getting a little frustrated. But once you kind of get a better car, it's a bit easier to avoid them. So I managed to just sort of lose them there. I'm escaping. You can see down the bottom, once that bar fills out, I've escaped.
So fully, and then all the heat goes off, or does it go down?
All the heat stays, but I am out of the chase.
I see, I see.
Once you're in this escaping mode, you can get into a safe house and you'll be fine. But if they spot you, the chase is back on straight away.
And it goes all the way back up to 5, like fully.
They're back on. The helicopter comes to you. So there's one that was just sneaking up behind me. You can see on the mini map.
Yeah.
I'm pretty much getting away here.
So I know you've got 82 grand now. That is like your money that's at risk. But how much in terms of value is that? Like, is that like a new car, or like you don't want to lose that much money?
No, I don't want to lose that much money. It is a good amount, but it isn't actually a lot. It's a bit of a grind, like I say. 80,000 will get you a good few upgrades, and then the buy-in for this weekly event is like, I think it's 100,000. Oh, it's 50,000, I think. So just to actually participate at the end of the week is a lot of money.
Yes.
Anyway, that's it.
Man, that's Need For Speed Unbound. Awesome. I actually might jump back into the franchise now.
It's cool, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I loved it. I love what Criterion do. It feels like a Burnout Criterion style game. So if you love those style of games, check it out.
Sweet.
But that's it. If you want more ABC Gamer, make sure to check out the rest of our channel. And until next time, Joe out.
Harry out. Bye.